Tänzeln hat der tänzelnde Bube das Reich der Strandbuben für sich gewonnen. Und nun lebt der tänzelnde Bube.
Welcome. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing session. I would like to introduce this MN168 Range Rover model. Yes, I did something unexpected. This is the first factory-made RC vehicle I've ever purchased. Actually, this one is a very popular model at the moment, and you can find it around $100 on AliExpress, depends on what discount you get. A few words about the exterior. The model is pretty detailed. I expected to get a bunch of cheap injection-molded plastic parts, but everything looks high quality. I like how realistic it looks. The front doors and the hood can be opened. The interior just as detailed as the outside. It comes pre-assembled. The only thing you have to install are the wheels. Of course, I did a lot of essential upgrades. I will show it later. The transmitter, which unfortunately came a little bit broken at the decorative part, looks and feels cheap as well. Of course, it knows all we need for this model. There are some fake buttons for channel 3, but we cannot use it. But you can do trimming on the steering servo. You can change the speed rate, and you can switch on and off the lights of the vehicle. Maybe later I'm going to connect it to my own transmitter system, but it is okay so far. The power source we got is a 2-cell lithium battery, pretty common. It comes together with a small USB charger, which I'm a little bit afraid to use. I don't want to cause any fire, so I have already modified the battery to fit to my handy-dandy charger. And now, before everybody starts to hit the fast forward button, let's briefly talk about the features, focusing on the upgrades I did. This is a 4-wheel drive vehicle, got no differentials but has metal gears in all the gearboxes. Here I recommend to check all of them because I have to fill them with grease. Some of them was almost dry. The wheels sitting on portal axles, which gives a good ground clearance. The shock absorbers are filled with oil and working surprisingly well. Most of the parts are plastic, but the chassis beams made of painted steel. Stock drive shafts are made of plastic. I replaced them with these metal ones. Originally, the car came with a 280 DC motor with plastic gears and plastic gearbox. This one I have replaced with a 370 motor and metal gear set that gives much sufficient torque for that weight. The current consumption will be bigger as well, and the stock ESC looks a little weak with that small H-bridge motor driver integrated circuit. So I have replaced it with a larger one. That was the tricky part, because I have to cut out a bit from the floor and dashboard to free space for the new one, but the final result looks not that bad. Let me show you. There I made a cutout from the original plastic dashboard and floor. Because the new ESC is much bigger than the old one. But it turned out very well because I followed on the lines of the dashboard elements. So I'm okay with that. And finally, the steering servo, which I have replaced with a proper 21-gram metal gear one. The servo arm is the original because it is a spring-fixed one. That is good to avoid brakes during collision. And that's all. Time for a short testing.